Thank you for tuning in to my first Q&A from Sescapades. I'm so excited to talk about this. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Mwah. All right, so first, people always ask, what inspired me to write Sescapades? And honestly, y'all, it was I was just thinking one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've had some crazy, wild, intimate moments. And I came to this conclusion when I found out that I was bipolar and all the manic episodes that I was going through. It kind of went hand in hand. But I was like, you know what? I should just write about it. People judge me. It is what it is. Whatever. So I wrote a time when I was in a manic episode and wrote about, as you all know, Mr. A. Mr. A, I will talk about Mr. A in a podcast that I did, but then I backed out because I was like, no one's listening. Even though I actually had a few more people listening, the more than I thought, but I stopped it. But I have talked about him before. But anyways, so that is really what made everything take off. So yeah, it was just a random short story. It gained a lot of buzz. And so I was like, okay, let me just turn this into a book series about memories of my wildest intimate moments. Some of them are manic episode moments, and some are not. But they were, something that I could remember. So I started writing about it. And so apparently a lot of people like it. So that is what that came from. Inspired me to write Sescapades was I liked one of the songs of Janet Jackson's Escapades. It's a fun song and all this other stuff, okay. So I was like, Sescapades. It's like a sexual adventure. And these were adventures, intimate adventures. So I was like, Escapades. Oh, okay. So that's exactly where I got the name. So yeah, it wasn't nothing too special. It was just like, oh, okay, let me just name it that. And I'm glad I did. That people seem to ask a lot is what made me write Sescapades. And I had recently found out that I was bipolar. I had also recently found out what the feelings I was going through. They were manic episodes, hypersexual activities, whatever. And so I was like, well, that's depressing. Well, I might as well write about it because I've had some fun, intimate moments, some that I remembered, some that I wish I hadn't remembered, some things that I wish I hadn't done. So instead of writing a book, I was like, let me just put it in different stories under Sescapades. And even in the summary, it tells you, it basically paraphrases some of the moments that were in the book series. Some of them were during my manic episodes, some of them weren't. But I wrote Mr. A, and it took off more than I thought it would. But that's the next question. So yeah, it just took off, and I guess the rest is history. So Mr. A, y'all, that is my Mr. A, which is my very first short story I read, which is I talked about this before in a short-lived podcast thing I did on SoundCloud. But Mr. A took off. It's still my most popular short story on there. I'm not sure why everybody likes it so much. Maybe if you watch this video and you see this, please tell me why you like Mr. A so much. I mean, it is a good story. I'm not going to lie. It's the truth. And it was a fun night, but people really love that story. That is, Mr. A is my most popular short story under Sescapades. And so, yeah, Mr. A is definitely a favorite of everyone. Y'all so nasty. No one has asked me this question. But I'm just going to assume people will want to know, like, later on. My least favorite story, I'm not going to say what it is because then I don't want it to be like popular because I don't like it or whatever. But I have one story on there that I have really been trying to figure out if I should delete it because I said way too much. I was like, what in the world made me write this? What in the world made me think that people wouldn't be like, what the hell? Y'all, this, and the thing is, I was like, okay, this is so like out of ordinary. People are gonna think it's fake, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it. But it has over 2,000 reads. It's not even the least. It's not even the least popular one. Okay, it was just crazy, but I'm really embarrassed by it. So there, if you end up going on there, there's supposed to be 12 stories. One day there might be 11 because I'm still on the fence about putting it in a draft because that was too much. I cringe. I usually do not write or read over. I read over a little bit sometimes to edit and add things. Like even if you can see it on Wattpad, you can probably see the revisions that I do. Just be like a run-on sentence, or I should have detailed that better, or something like that. But yeah, I definitely shouldn't have told anybody that. So yeah, there might be there might be 11 instead of 12 because I'm still like, actually, you shouldn't have said that. Hopefully y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, one of them might get deleted. There is one story on there which no one really seems to like. It has under 1,000 reads, and it's called All Eyes on Me. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but I don't really read my stuff unless I'm like in that moment like, let me read over this and see if there's anything that needs to be revised, taken out, whatever, right? Well, that's revising. But that is my least popular one, and like it's no one really seems to like it. But that's not even the one I was talking about. Remember, I just said that I want to take one out. That wasn't even the one that I want to take out. Which is crazy, 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 crazy. But All Eyes on Me is not a very popular one of the Sescapades, but the other ones make up for it. So it's like, okay. But no one seems to like that at all. Like maybe I need to read it and see why. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, so I remember one of my friends did ask, people I associate with, they did ask if I would write some more. And I plan on writing more of Sescapade stories because I've had some chilling times since then, and so I mean, I just don't know when. I have a lot going on right now. Family, if y'all been looking at my other videos, I got a lot going on with my family, and I'm still trying to make sure I got all my ducks in a row when it comes to my personal things and career. So I do definitely plan on writing some more. I just don't know when, but yeah. But I am about to get into my other video, which is going to be Sescapades After Dark. But again, I just wanted to say, I know I didn't answer. There wasn't a lot of questions. I mean, I just started out, and that is okay. We all got to start from somewhere. So I'm going to get into my other phase of Sescapades After Dark. But I wanted to say thank you to everyone who has read it on Wattpad. Now I have a WordPress page, and now you don't have to create a login. You can just, I have a QR code created for it too. I have not posted it yet, but you can just go on there, link it, and then you can read it without having to log in. You just read it there, and there you go. Hopefully you like the page, you know what I'm saying? But just do that. But again, thank you all so much. Link in bio. On social media, would say TikTok, but this is the last weekend of TikTok. And so Instagram, I have a Facebook fan page, but like not a lot of people. And WordPress, and that is basically really it. But again, thank you guys so much, and hopefully you are tuning in to Sescapades After Dark. Mwah. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you share, and please, please, please make sure you subscribe.